All right, guys, the third and final thing we need to focus on when it comes to technique is we need to focus on embracing the strictness of the form even when the fatigue sets in. So we started off with your shoulders are backing down, your lower back is slightly, your butt is slightly pushed out in order to make the lower back tight and stable. Your abs are slightly tight to keep you from losing momentum or wiggling. The second thing is how each rep should look, your tempo and momentum, right? The tempo of the rep, it should be a slow descent with a stretch and a pause, and then it should be a relatively quick concentric movement where you contract your muscles and under control, and then you go back into each rep. Each rep should look relatively similar. When you get really tired, of course, they're going to start to vary slightly. And that's where this next thought comes in, is as you fatigue, most people start trying to get away from the pain. They try to get away from the discomfort of the exercise. And that is directly in opposition to the reason why you're there. The reason you're there is because you want to grow. And growth requires adaptation. Adaptation requires that you be given a stimulus that is uncomfortable and more than what you're used to, okay? So you have to take on more discomfort than you're used to in order to adapt and grow muscle mass, all right? So rather than when the fatigue sets in and the muscles start burning, rather than trying to get away from the pain, you embrace it and you go slightly stricter. You focus even harder on your technique. You focus on not using momentum. You focus on not swinging. You focus on keeping the shoulders back and down. You focus on keeping your abs slightly tight. And you're focusing on the tempo of every rep. You're trying to get that stretch. You're trying to milk out each rep. You might not be able to get nearly as many reps doing it this way, but every rep is going to be much more valuable because they're stricter. All right? So the 3 points is how you set up your back and your spine, what each rep should look like, and when the fatigue sets in, you embrace strictness. You go stricter. You go slightly deeper. You try even harder to hold the technique. All right? So what does this do? This will guarantee that you're not wasting time in the gym. There's a lot of people going to the gym thinking they're doing some great stuff, and just being there is really good because it's great for you, right? It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. But there's a lot of people, I've watched the same guy at my gym do the same exercises with the same weight in the same wrong way for the last 2 years, and his arms have not grown at all. But he's not questioning it. So he's literally wasted a year doing these exercises because he's not strict on his form. He's using momentum. He's getting away from the pain rather than embracing the pain. So there's a lot to be said for doing things the right way, okay? So technique does matter, all right?